wonderful to be here with you. Let me just check my settings. There we go. Give you some more volume. Okay. Let's start with dropping into sound together. And then we'll say hello. So beginning with the drone in, let's do A today. Finding your comfortable seat. Finding that soft, deep belly breath. Feeling the strength and the stability of the Earth Mother beneath you. Long spine. Let's start to soften the mouth and the jaw. Listening in. Beginning with some yawn sounds, opening the mouth. Maybe some fluttering of the lips. Waking up our mouth. The more relaxed and open we can be in the body, we create a flow, right? So that when we become inspired and we continue to chant, Spirit can sing through us more easily, right? With less steering of the mind. Breathing in deep through the nose, let's find a nice wide mouthed open Om to start. So that right? Lips traveling towards together creates the O, and then we vibrate at the lips with the something like this. Tuning in as you open to your ah, noticing if your entire tongue is releasing from the top of the mouth, right? So not just the front of the tongue, but the back of the tongue. And if so, allowing for that release, you'll start to notice a little more of the harmonic of your oh happening, if that's true, if the tongue can fully release. So this mantra can be chanted any time of day. My teacher, Sri Shamji, taught the morning you elongate that ah. Around midday you elongate the o. And in the evening you elongate the And we're also taught that this is the sound that contains all sounds. And when we're able to start accessing the harmonics with that wide open back of the mouth, drop of the tongue, you can actually start to hear, oh yeah, this is similar to a tambura drone in that all the frequencies are there, right? So coming into that wide open mouthed om, as much as feels good in your practice to relax into your ability to create that primordial sound containing all the sound, right? It's a deep point to touch on. Let's invoke the Guru here. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. And we'll do this line by line, call and response, so I don't have to stop droning and write in the chat. We'll go slow.
Guru
through it one more time. And just like we did with the Om, we're looking for all the places in the mouth and the head and the chest and the throat that we can vibrate with each one of these sound syllables. Drawing in a deeper breath. And just witnessing in your own instrument the power of tuning in to the sound frequency with as much attention as you can gather. Right? We're always in distraction. So using that exercise of finding the shapes, vibrating in the different spaces of the mouth. The Sanskrit language is such a great playground for this because it wakes up all these different parts of our mouth, our tongue, our vibration in the face, tuning us in so that we can witness the effects of this sacred channel, right? The body as sacred container for this all, right? That is the sound. Such an incredible gift to be embodied and be able to experience that the way that we can when we sing. So, yeah. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, calling in this ever-changing trinity, right, of creation and life and dissolution. And the inhale becomes the fullness and then releases into the nothingness and starts all over again, right? In every moment, on all these levels. So tuning into that micro and macro as well as we sing and as we sit. Beautiful to be here with you all. Really powerful times as the veils are thin and the colors are really vibrant here in the Pacific Northwest. It's the interesting pull towards the internal matched with all of the activity that happens when the end of summer gives permission for all the concerts and everything to start happening again. So I've been in a real tug of war with my own self, having a lot of external things to do during October and feeling a real deep call to just go in and hibernate and be really quiet in practice and personal work. So balancing those things. And I would love to hear from some of you and hear how your practice is and how things are energetically, spiritually, and otherwise for you. Oh, okay. Is my sound still low, Percy? Let me turn it up. I'm also talking pretty softly because I'm in a subdued state. So that should be, my input's almost all the way up. So I might have to turn it down when I play harmonium. Better? Okay, great. Cool. How are you doing, Percy? Do you want to check in? Let's see. Folks were writing in the chat.
Yeah, I'm doing quite well considering everything. Um, I take heart from my community. I have a very large community, and I'm very pleased with that. Um, I'm as healthy as most 77-year-olds can expect to be, and I take comfort in that. Um, um, and there's nothing really special to report, but in my life, the passings of the days are pleasant, and I have things to do that I love, and I have music to go see that I love. Tomorrow, a friend is having his 80th birthday party, and I'm going to help him celebrate. You know, jazz music is playing close to my house tonight. So, I mean, it's all very normal, but normal is actually pretty good um, if you have a healthy lifestyle. So, um, things that are spectacular come and go, and for the next generation, they were just another thing. So I have nothing, I don't need any of that. Anyway, I'm taking up too much time. So I'm going to let other people take up more time here. I'm just glad to be here. I want to hear what everyone else is up to. And namaste.
Namaste. Thanks for all those good reminders. Good to see you. Yeah. Anybody else want to check in?
You just start talking.
Oh, well, I just want to follow up on what Percy was saying. I can relate so much to what you're saying, Percy. Well, we happen to share the same age as well. So I'm happy to be as healthy as I am, and I'm always working on that, and the doctors are always working on that. It's a constant thing. And I believe at where we're at, we have to have a good diet, or things just don't, things start falling apart. So we need to be conscientious about that as well. And I'm glad that you talked as long as you did, and I wouldn't mind you continuing as long as you feel like you want to, because there's some words of wisdom to what you're saying, and when you speak community, it makes me feel like I can broaden my experience as well into a wider and broader community. So thank you, and thank you to the whole group. I guess I missed a very nice mantra, but I'm glad to be here now. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. Good to see you. Yay. Jean, were you gonna say hello? I saw you unmute a second ago.
I, like Percy, feel very lucky in my personal environment. She said the leaves, oh my goodness, the colors every day when I go outside. Another teacher of mine suggested for this week that we notice times of shared being, how we are never separate, we're connected. And I feel so connected to the red leaves. They just fill me up and make me smile.
Beautiful. Yeah, what a gift. I didn't grow up with seasons, and uh, it's never normal. I'm always just like, what is this? This is amazing, right? Anybody else want to say hello? Yeah, Penny's back from India. What? India, you gotta tell us.
Yeah, I'm back from India, Mother India, and it was a wonderful trip and wonderful satsang there, and did a lot of chanting the Chalisa and kirtan, and met wonderful people and that I'm become friends with, and we got to go visit all of Maharaji's temples in 90, well, one in Nainital and Kenchi, of course. And they say well, they had railings there, and they say they didn't used to have those, so, but it was still magical, and we got to sing a Hanuman Chalisa there. And yeah, we went to Rishikesh, and we were blessed by Krishna Das's kirtan there. He did a concert. There were, like they said, 3,000 people there, mostly Indians and some Westerners, but it was just wonderful, as Krishna Das is. Beautiful, transmission of Maharaji. So, yeah, and then, so I'm back, and this is the first time I've been on any Zoom or anything. I've, about 5 days after I got back, I came down with a nasty cold, and I'm just getting over it now, and I'm much better yesterday and today. I can actually breathe a little better and feel more of myself. So I'm happy to be back, and blessed that I had so much of Guru's grace, as we all do. So, but anyway, it was wonderful. Yeah.
Incredible. Incredible. I love it that you did the trip and that you were in good company. So this was with Go Dharmic, right?
Oh, Dharmic, which is a wonderful organization. If any of you haven't been aware of them, they're do some really good work in India and the UK, and they're starting to make their presence known in the United States. And I got interested in them listening to Hanuman Chalisas a couple of years ago. They do the 24-hour Hanuman Chalisa chanting. Kavita is part of that. She always does a Chalisa or two. So, yeah. And then I found out they were doing this retreat, and I thought of, because I didn't want to go to India without going with a group. I had been in 1982 by myself, which was fine, but I was a lot younger then, and it was different in a way. Not too different, but some differences. So anyway, the group was really, really good to go with. So, and Hanuman Das, the leader, is just a wonderful, wonderful person. So, anyway,
Yay, that's so excellent. It's so
yeah,
good to see you back.
back. So glad to be back too.
That
Yeah,
was a huge journey. Jai Hanuman. Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, Maharaji, I can just imagine the feeling of being at Krishna Das in India. It's like Maharaji dancing around. Like,
yeah. You know
I'm
what
sure.
was interesting to me too is because a lot of people get up and dance at these kirtans, and I thought it was just Westerners that do that, but it's Indians too. They all, not all of them, but people that are called get up and do this ecstatic dancing. It's just so wonderful. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
And,
Yay.
if you want to go to India, I think going in with this group would be a great blessing. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wonderful to have you back. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
feeling better.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Sweet. Yeah, anybody else wanna chime in? I feel like Maharaji's been just like so present in so many ways coming through all of us. Um, should we chant more? People are feeling. Let's sing a Chalisa, huh? And then we'll check in again. Let me turn that input down just a little bit so I don't blast the harmonium. Yeah, that Go Dharmic Chalisa marathon will be again for Hanuman Jayanti, so it'll be in April. Oh, here, let's do this one. Oh, nice. Percy says, all dance is universal, so it's not a surprise that they dance to Kirtan in India. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Hanuman. I'll see if I can sing in C right now. Maybe I bring it down a little bit. Here we go. Mangala Morati Marutanandana Sakala Mangala Mula Nikandana Mangala Morati Marutanandana Sakala Mangala Mula Nikandana Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamanu Mukuru Sudhari Parana Raghubara Vimala Jasu Jodayaku Pallachari Udihina Tanu Janeke Sumiram Bhavana Kumara Pallabudhi Vidya Deho Mohi Harahu Kalesha Bikara Siyavara Ramachandra Para Jai Sharanam Siyavara Ramachandra Para Jai Sharanam Jaya Hanuman Yana Guna Saga Jaya Kapisha Tiyu Lohuka Ujagara Ramadutta Tilita Valadam Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanam Mahavira Vikrama Vajarangi Kumati Nivara Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchana Bharana Viraja Subesa Kannana Kundala Kunchita Kesa Hatha Vajra Oradvaja Viraje Kande Munja Janeyo Saje Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandan Teja Pratapa Mahajagabandhan Vijavana Guniyati Chatur Ramakaja Karibeko Atur Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasiya Ramalakana Sita Manavasiya Sukshmaru Padarisiya Hindikava Vikata Rupa Tare Lanka Jarava Bhima Rupa Tare Asura Sanhare Ramachandra Jike Kaja Sambare Laya Sajivana Lakana Jiyaye Shri Raghuvira Harashiora Lai Raghupati Kinhi Bahuta Barahi Tuma Mama Priya Bharatahi Samabhai Sahasavadana Tumaro Jasagave Asakahi Shri Pati Kantala Gave Sanakadi Kavramadi Munisa Narada Sharada Sahita Hisa Yamakubera Digapala Jahante Kabiko Bira Kahe Sake Kahante Tuma Upakara Sugriva Hintina Rama Milaya Raja Paradina Tumaro Mantra Vibhishana Mana Lankashvara Bhai Sabha Jagajana Yuga Sahasra Jojana Palapanu Lilyo Tahi Madhura Palajanu Prabhu Mudrika Mele Mukamahi Jaladi Lange Gaye Achara Janahi Durga Makaja Jagata Kejete Sugama Nugraha Tumare Tete Rama Duare Tumarakavare Hotane Agya Binu Pesare Sabasukalahe Tumhari Sharana Tumarakshaka Kahu Kotarena Apana Teja Samharo Ape Tinon Loka Hankatankampe Bhuta Pishachani Katana Hinawe Mahabhira Javana Vasunave Nase Roga Hare Sabapira Japata Nirantara Hanumata Vira Sankatata Hanumana Churave Manakrama Vachana Dhyana Jolave Sabapara Roma Tapas Viraja Tinake Kaja Sakala Tumasaja Ora Manorata Joko Elave Suyamita Jivana Palapave Charan Yuga Paratapa Tumhara He Parasita Jagata Ujiara Sadhu Santa Ketuma Rakavare Asurani Kandana Ramadulare Ashta Seti Nonedike Data Asabaradina Janaki Mata Ramara Sayana Tumare Pasa Sada Raho Raghupati Ke Dasa Tumare Bhajana Rama Jagopave Janama Janama Ke Dukha Visarave Antakala Raghubara Pura Jai Jahan Janma Hari Bhakta Kahai Ora Devata Chetana Darahi Hanumata Say Sarva Sukha Karahi Sankata Kate Mite Sabapira Josumire Hanumata Balabira Jai 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 Hanumana Gosai Rama Lakshmana Sita Sahita Hridaya Vasau Surabhupa Siyavara Ramachandra Parajay Sharanam Ramachandra Parajay Sharanam Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai May the blessings of this practice continue to expand and fulfill your life, your consciousness. It's such a gift. It's such an incredible gift. Yeah. Every time. There's I'll have to look and see where it's from. I'm forgetting, but there's a way that you can receive a picture of Maharaji in your email every day with a saying. Do others of you get that? Yeah, Jeff does. So this morning it was a picture of Maharaji going like that, And the quote was, "Go chant the Hanuman Chalisa and don't do anything else." Something like that. Let me see, I'll pull it up for y'all. I took it to heart. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up because my brain is in another space right now. Isn't that nice? I'll pull it up and I'll put it in the Patreon. Oh, here it is. Maharaji Love, Daily Darshan. Right? So let's, I'll share my screen for a second. We can all look at this. Here we go. Go and recite Hanuman Chalisa before Hanumanji and do not go anywhere else. Right? So, you know, we don't know. That's probably not what he was saying in that moment. Yet, of course he's saying that in that moment, right? Because that's all he said to the Westerners again and again. And I've talked to some of you about when I got to spend some time with Wa and how she had a really good, interesting perspective around the Westerners' experience with Maharaji. And she said, what was he going to do with these people, right? You know, they were all just getting high and laying around, and you know, they didn't have yoga practice. They weren't, you know, I mean, they had been doing Vipassana meditation, that's true. And she said, you know, he told them to sing. He told them to sing Hanuman Chalisa. Like, where do we start? We start where we are. We don't start in some other place where we think we're gonna get. Yoga is what happens in the moment, in the day, in each breath. So, yeah. And the fact that we chant Hanuman Chalisa practice, that's huge, right? Think about when you first heard that song and you were just, I mean, how crazy. So, what a beautiful thing. Yeah. Does anybody have anything coming up you want to share? Yeah, Jeff.
I just wanted to share something that when you said how this practice just keeps expanding, and it just, I've been experiencing a lot of that lately. It's just continuing to see miracles in my experience on a daily basis. Something interesting I wanted to share. There was a friend of mine who was in a in a training class, yoga training class, probably his second 200 hours. But I was an acquaintance of the teacher, and they were coming up on the bhakti module or the sound module. And he volunteers with me at Baba's Yard, who, you know, nonprofit that feeds people. That, anyways, he said, you know, maybe you could come to that class and do a Chalisa for us. We don't have anything like that as part of the teaching. And I said, oh, I could do that. And, you know, I started thinking about it. I thought, well, what I did is I put together a quick module of teaching on bhakti. So I read some quotes from Jai and from Krishna Das, and even something from Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, all about chanting and the bhakti path. And then just gave a little thumbnail sketch of my path, and then led 2 call and response chants with Kay leading the response, my wife Kay, and then we did a Chalisa. And after it was over, the teacher came up and just was so grateful and had such a wonderful experience from it. And then one of their students came up and also was just blown away, like, you know, life-changing kind of stuff that I felt when I first did my first chant. And I was like, what is this? But so anyways, that now has turned into a monthly community kirtan gathering where, you know, we've done 2 months now. So, and then she's leading some movement at the beginning, and then we turned it into a potluck at the end. And the idea is not for me to just lead chants, but for other people. And I was inviting other people who aren't necessarily professional musicians, although we have a lot of those in the community, but people who do this as a practice, and gave them the opportunity to lead chants in front of people. So so that's happening, and it's really wonderful, getting a lot of wonderful feedback. Greg Purnamurti Stein, who moved back to Cleveland from Portland just recently, he came and led a chant at the last one, and I started working with him too. With he's got a background in Ayurveda and Vedic astrology, so I've done some work with him, and just from one of the things he had me doing was a mantra, and um, it's something you're supposed to do for so many days every day. But I'll tell you, even after the first day, it was very powerful, and it's continued over the last about 10 days that I've been doing it, in 2 weeks. That it's like the power of prayer, the power of mantra is it's undeniable. So there's a couple things I want to share.
Wow, that's a lot, Jeff. That's so awesome. I didn't know that Greg was from Ohio.
Yeah, he was originally, so he's back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Purna, he is a wealth of information. I mean, great musician and pujari and Sanskrit and Vedic astrology and yeah, Ayurveda.
Yeah.
What a wonderful person to have back in community. We miss him
Yeah.
here in Portland. So cool. Awesome. Wow. That is like Baba's working through you. It's
Mhm.
amazing. And that's the message, right? Sing, share, feed people,
Mhm. Yeah,
gather,
you know,
love.
it was like when I started doing Baba's work, a few years back. I mean, that's when just all these doors started opening up, and the director of that uh, charity is also on the board at the Taos Ashram, and he took me out there, and that deepened my relationship with Maharaji, because at that point I was questioning, can I have a relationship with a dead guru? But then on the way home from that trip, I'm like, well, of course I can. It's been it's been Maharaji the whole time behind the scenes pulling the strings. That's why I was in Taos. I wasn't in Taos to create a relationship with Maharaji. Maharaji was bringing me to Taos to expand the relationship. So
Yeah, we think we're in control until we realize that we're part of a whole bigger scene, right? And
right,
it's all rooted in love. It's really beautiful. Oh, wonderful. So good to see you.
good to
Yay.
see you.
Yeah, and it's awesome to be with Kay in Chalisa. That's really cool too. So
Mhm.
I love hearing that you guys are doing that together. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, big stuff. Expansion. Yay. What else is going on? Anybody else want to share before we close? We can do probably another chant if yeah, Jen, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, something I have been thinking recently, and I don't know if other people are experiencing this too, but it's like the AI is just coming from all directions. And it's like, I hate it so much. And I'm even seeing it more and more in the yoga world. And it's like, oh, there's like AI yoga teachers and AI yoga men. I'm like, why? Like, why do we need this? And it's just so nice to be in a group like this of humans and like feeling like part of a real community and a spiritual practice. And it's like, okay, no, it seems like everything is AI and that everyone's on board with AI everything, but just to like come back to a simple like basic primal chanting, sound, vibration, sitting, togetherness, like it's just a breath of fresh air and such a potent reminder.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for bringing that up. That's it's affecting all of our attention span, and that's why when we go into a sound practice, we slow down. We got to slow down. We got to turn on all of our receptors to just listen to the sound, to just be with the sound. And, you know, the other night I had the wonderful Maharaji Jai Gurudev blessing to sit next to Jai and be singing response. And 2 hours flew by like that. It was like 5 minutes. And there was a lot of silence and there was sound. But there was so much presence. There was absolute presence. And you could have heard a pin drop after the chants. It was so exquisite. And at one point he said, when I offer music in this way, I'm paraphrasing, but the gist of it is, he said, I don't ask my guru to sing through me, but I do ask him to come sit next to me. And I seriously felt Maharaji sitting there on the stage with us. And that's not, you can't reproduce that with AI. You can't. The transformative experiences that we feel when we sing and when we sing together, it doesn't happen. And so, you know, we're in this time where we're witnessing that impact. And also, people are gathering in that room with Jeff and having a potluck. And people are hungry, just like you're saying. We need this. This is what we do as animals. This is what we do as spiritual beings. So, yeah. Even if it's just a couple people, you can share practice. And it's gonna grow. It just does. It's so vibrationally alive right now. So I try to remind myself, you know, darkness and light. It's not just all darkness. There's always a corresponding balance in the universe, right? And so in the outside of the AI, this is what's growing, right? The hunger to get back to this, which, you know, there was a long time where even this wasn't happening. And the AI wasn't yet there. So, you know, where are we going, and how do we focus in on what feels alive? So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I really appreciate having that in the space. That's been something that's been coming up for me too, and in the conversations with the groups that I'm in as well. And I appreciate that reminder. It's always just so good to know that, yeah, it matters. It matters that we're singing on screens together and not letting a robot do it and calling it a done, right? So, yeah. Yay. Who have we not heard from? Raj, did you want to say hi? Marisol, Raj, Vicky?
Hello. Yeah,
Hi.
she even went to the bathroom, but this is good for her to experience community. And so, and for today, I finally put your, kirtan on my phone. So every other, I will remember now at least kind of remember. But I've been pretty bad about it, but at least we're here, so.
Yeah, great to see you. Great to see you both in Chalisa too, always.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah. Right on. Let's close with a Krishna Aarati. Let's get real simple. Well, it's not that simple, but here, I'll put the words in the chat. This is how we always closed. When I was first introduced to Kirtan back in the day. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Okay. Honoring that love that is within and without, that brought us through, that will carry us from. access in the sound and in mind space, in body. Do it a little line by line. Let's see. Yeah, let's do line by line so you can let go of words a little bit, looking with your eyes. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Hey Nath Narayana. Hey Nath Narayana. Vasudeva. Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Hey Nath Narayana. Hey Nath Narayana. Vasudeva. Vasudeva. And let's sing it through a few more times. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Hey Nath Narayana. Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Hey Nath Narayana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri 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 Vavanim Karoli Santa Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri 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 Ma Siddhi Ma Amritananda Mai Ma Durga Ma Ki Jai. Shri Shri Shri, all your gurus, guides, and teachers, and the blessed ones who've walked the path before us. Ki Jai. Jai Jai. All right, everyone. Big heart, big love to you all. Thanks for all you do, showing up for yourself and others. We're all walking each other home, we know, so breath by breath, note by note, chant by chant, right? I love hearing about the mantra prescription. Jeff, that's something that I was just thinking about this morning. So yeah, really, really great practice to address things that are coming up in the subtle with a mantra prescription. You know, I use that word lately, but yeah. And if anyone has questions, reach out, because it's pretty simple to figure out what is vibrating for you and what might help. And it doesn't hurt to try, and you can drop in, 10 days, 40 days, mantra practice in the morning to help get through some of the distraction and some of the heavy weights that are all around us. And remember the light that you are, and shine that as brightly as possible. So big love, be in touch. Everyone knows how to get in touch with me. We can also reach out to each other through the Patreon platform and through the school platform if you're on that one. All right, Ram Ram, Jai Ma, Om Namah Shivaya. We'll see you all soon. Really good to be with you.